Dear students, welcome once again to Army Public School PMA Resource Network. Before we start our today's subject Maths, please subscribe this channel and click on the bell icon to receive notifications of our upcoming videos. I am your teacher Nida Maqbool. In this tutorial, we are going to study Maths. Week 11th. The topic that we are going to discuss is combining universal set, complement of a set, union and intersection of sets, given from page 80 to 86. Let's recap. What is union of sets? Union of two sets means to combine the elements of two given sets. What is intersection of two sets? By intersection, we means we have to find out the common elements between the two given sets. What is a Venn diagram? Venn diagram is an illustration that uses circles to show the relationship among things. Venn diagrams help to visually represent the similarities and differences between concepts. What is complement of a set? By complement, we mean all those elements of universal set that are not present in the given set. Learning objectives. In this module, we will learn to show the relationships between sets using Venn diagram, define the intersection and union of sets using Venn diagram, identify the sets shaded in the Venn diagram or shade the region according to the operation given, solving problems using set notation and Venn diagram. Universal set. The set of all the elements that are under consideration for any particular situation is called a universal set. It is denoted by U or E. In Venn diagram, universal set is represented with a rectangle. Intersection of sets. Given two sets A and B, the intersection is the set that contains elements or objects that belong to A and to B at the same time. We write A intersection B as this. This is the symbol for intersection. In Venn diagrams, the overlapping region represents the area of intersection. Union of sets. Given two sets A and B, the union is the set that contains the elements or objects that belong to either A or to B or to both. We write union as this. This is the symbol for union. In Venn diagrams, the two circles combined form the area of union. Complement of a set. It is the set of elements in the universal set which are not members of A. Subsets. Given two sets A and B, we say that B is a subset of A if every element of B is an element of A. And we write it as this. This is the symbol for subset. If A and B do not share any common elements, then A and B are disjoint sets. So if we find out their intersection, that would result in an empty set. We have discussed union and intersection partially in our previous video as well. Now we are going to combine it with the universal set. There are certain rules that you have to keep in mind before drawing these Venn diagrams. In Venn diagrams, universal set is represented with the rectangle and sets are represented with circles. In Venn diagrams, if combination of operation on sets is given, number 1, first solve the brackets. Number 2, if complement of a set and another set is given and we have to find out union and intersection, then first find the complement. Now let's understand this concept through an example. In this example, the universal set contains numbers from 1 to 9 and we have to draw a Venn diagram to illustrate A union B. In A part, the sets which I have chosen are A is 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 and B is 2, 4, 6 and 8. First, I am going to observe the relationship between these two sets. As I do not find any common element, this means these are disjoint sets. So this is how I'm going to represent them pictorially. I'm going to draw two separate circles to represent disjoint sets and place the numbers in their appropriate regions. Now, by observing these Venn diagrams, if I want to write A union B, what would it be? It would be all the numbers from 1 to 9. Now in B part, I have considered set A, which contains multiples of 4, and set B contains multiples of 2. Now remember, the universal set only contains numbers from 1 to 9. So when I'm going to write multiples of 4, they would be only 4 and 8, and multiples of 2 would be 2, 4, 6 and 8. Now if I draw a Venn diagram, what would it be? First, I'm going to observe the relationship between these two sets. Set A has all the elements which are present in the set B. This means A is a subset of B. So I'm going to draw two circles, one within another, and the smaller circle would be representing the subset. Now as A is the subset of B, so the smaller circle represents set A. Now I have placed the numbers in their appropriate regions. Now if I want to write down A union B, by looking at this Venn diagram, what would it be? It would be A union B equals to 2, 4, 6 and 8, as these are the only four numbers lying within these two circles. Now in next example, I have considered universal set which contains letters of the English alphabet, and I want to find out A intersection B of the two given sets. I have considered set A, which contains elements A, B, C, E and F. B contains elements B, C, O, P and Q. Now I want to know the relationship between these two sets, as I can observe that there are two common elements B and C present between A and B. This means these are overlapping sets. So I'm going to draw two overlapping circles and place the elements in their appropriate region. Now if I want to write A intersection B by looking at this Venn diagram, what would that be? That would be B and C, which lies in this overlapping region. Now in third example, I have considered a universal set which contains positive integers not more than 9. So that would be all the integers from 1 to 9. Now A contains elements which are odd numbers. So what would be odd numbers between 1 and 9? That would be 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Now the set B contains multiples of 3 between 1 and 9. So that would be 3, 6 and 9. So now if I want to represent these sets on a Venn diagram, first I'm going to observe the two sets. I have observed that 3 and 9 are the common elements between these two sets, which I have placed in this overlapping region, and rest of the elements I have placed in their appropriate regions. Now if I want to find out the complement of A union B, that means all those elements which do not lie in these two circles, so that would be 2, 4 and 8, which I have written over here. Now if I want to find out the intersection between A and B complement, like I said, first we will find out the B complement, which means all those elements of universal set that are not part of B. So I'm going to skip 3, 9 and 6 from 1 to 9 numbers, and I'm going to write B complement, which is 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 and 8. Now if I want to find out the intersection between A and B complement, that would be 1, 5 and 7. What are the elements that are common between A and this B complement set? That is 1, 5 and 7. So I have stated over here. Now in this example, we have to shade the region according to the operation given. Now in first part, I want to know what would be the region of X complement union Y. X complement would be the region outside the circle X, and if I combine it with Y, it would be all the region that I have shaded in blue. In second part, I want to know the intersection between X complement and Y complement. X complement is the region outside the circle X, and Y complement is the region outside the circle Y. Now, what is the common region between these two complements? That is the exterior of these two circles, which I have shaded in green. Now in third part, I have to find out the intersection between X complement and Y. X complement is the region outside the circle X. Now if I want to find out the common region between X complement and Y, that would be this region which I have shaded in purple. In fourth part, we have to find out the region that is representing X union Y whole complement. For that, I will first find what is the region that represents X union Y. That would be these two circles X and Y. So if I want to find out their complement, that would be all the region that lies exterior to these two circles, which I have shaded in green. So in fifth part, I have to find out the union of X complement and Y complement. X complement is the region outside the circle X and Y complement is the region outside the circle Y. So if I want to combine these two regions, that would be the region that I have shown as pink. Now in last part, I have to find out the intersection between X and Y complement and then again take its complement. So first I'm going to find what is Y complement. Y complement is the region that lies outside the circle Y. Now, if I want to find out what is the common region between X and this Y complement, that would be the region that is being shown as white. Now, if I want to take the complement, that would include all the region except this white region. Now, there are few points that I want you to keep in your mind before starting your written work. Remember to recognize that a set can be expressed by a Venn diagram. Recognize the complement of a set A is A complement. It is the set of elements in the universal set which are not members of A. Recognize intersection of set A and set B written as A intersection B. It is the set of elements common to both A and B. Recognize union of set A and set B written as A union B. It is the set of the elements which are present in both A and B. Now there are some points I want you to think upon. Can we define the complement of a set if universal set is not given? What would be the elements of A intersection B if A and B do not have any elements in common? What is complement of a universal set? And what is complement of an empty set? How are we going to represent an empty set in a Venn diagram? While finding complement of a set, where will we stop? This is your homework that you have to submit on AIS in round 2, week 3. You have to do practice now 8 and 9 and you have to do question number 8, 9 and 10 of exercise 3C. Thank you for watching this tutorial.